Yo, what's good? It's been Fire here, back from a video answer, and we're hopping into another college football 25 video. Today we are going to be running the single back tight slots formation. This comes to us out of the Kentucky offensive playbook. I will be using Ohio State just for some better players, but it is in the Kentucky Wildcats offensive playbook, which is the only playbook that has this formation. If you guys played Madden 18, you definitely remember this formation. It was meta for a really long time, and it is a really good, just balanced running and passing formation. I think it's a lot of fun to run, and it's a good blast from the past if you guys have played for a long time and you recognize the formation. Something that's new. I don't even think it's in Madden, but yeah, so let's go into our audibles here. I like the Haack Stretch. I like the Haack Dive, Slot Cross, PA Stretch Shot. The other play that I like is Haack Wheel. There is also a Jet Sweep that is good. Now, the one beneficial part about this formation is that it is symmetrical. Of course, you do have a tight end on the field, and he's going to be in this right-hand spot, so keep that in mind. Of course, you can flip either way, but one of the benefits of having a symmetrical formation is being able to flip the runs or the plays without the defense knowing and being able to run it to the weak side always. So let's come out in this Haack Stretch to begin. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content. Let me know what you guys want to see down below in the future. If there's a formation that you guys have been wanting to know how to run or just want to see me run, definitely let me know. So, stretch. Of course, once again, it's a symmetrical formation. We could run it to either side. In this case, the left side looks more enticing. Now, the reason for that is because we are in a three linebacker, 3D lineman, and so we have our 3D lineman, of course, just in the middle here, and our linebacker is going to be on the right, and then we have the slot corner that is right here. So obviously you're going to run to the slot corner side rather than the outside linebacker side, which won't always necessarily work. If number 74 is not going to hold his block, then it's not going to work in general, but right here he does, and you can pick up like some pretty good yardage just running this stretch. It is a very similar run fit offense to the single back deuce close formation, if you guys know that. And if you guys don't know how to flip the run, all you have to do is flick your right stick from right to left, and that is going to do it. Now, another thing that I don't mind doing is incorporating some motion with the offense. We can motion snap this tight end, and this is going to give us an extra blocker down the field. And you see with that extra blocker, he picks up a key block, and I think he blocks the free safety in that play. It is also a very quick motion because there's not like a whole lot, and you can motion snap him, so he immediately is able to sprint up the field. Our left tackle is able to block that linebacker. Our wide receiver takes the corner, and then a tight end sprints up to the second level and gets that free safety. Just beautiful blocking there. And again, like let's say this player, the left tackle, the linebacker gets outside leverage, we could of course still cut it back. There's a lot of potential to this. Now, for whatever reason, the motion does not work the same to this side. Like I can't motion snap Agbuka there. You do have to wait for him to get set, but obviously still incorporating some motion could be beneficial to running the football. One of my favorite things to do out of this offense is to actually flip the runs to the left, motion the slot wide receiver over. You see the slot corner is going to shadow him, and then you can actually still run it to this left-hand side. Now, this formation is in one of those weird cases where I don't know why the outside linebacker flips. It's not always necessarily the case, but even just running this play stock, it's going to be decent. I mean, you see we're picking up some big chunks of yardage, a lot of times just first downs on every single carry. And overall, again, you could use that to your advantage. So we like motioning this tight end over, motion snap him. I love motion snapping him in that window where, in that case, he blocks the inside linebacker. In previous cases, of course, that was the wide receiver, and the blocking will be different. Like you see the left tackle kicked out on one of those plays. In this case, he just takes the D end, but that's the beauty in just running it how you see it, right? Like, are there broken down plays like this? Yes, but that has to do with probably running it on the wrong side. Keep that in mind. Now, next run is going to be the Haack Dive. Now, dive would be a little bit worse, just depending on the formation that you're facing. Like in this case, I would probably not run dive as much, especially if they were to hypothetically pinch the defensive line. But you could still run it like this. We're picking up decent yards. It just allows you to, you run the stretch, you're picking up good chunks of yardage on the stretch, and then you can mix it in here. Now, you can also motion this receiver if you wanted. You can motion snap him as well. So you do have the potential to do that, which could be more of a valuable concept in the passing game. I would just recommend blocking the tight end. If you're going to, we can also go with like some bluff blitzes or bluff runs, just motioning him over, but then we go dive. That could help us, cut it back to the left-hand side, just giving us some help over there. But we're kind of deking in that sense of motioning this guy over, running it still up the middle. He's thinking stretch all the way. We just go dive and 7 yards, which you would more than take. So, overall, I love these runs. Now, let's show the jet sweep just for a moment. Now, jet sweep is a little bit interesting. Just the unfortunate part does have to do with the fact that you're in asymmetrical formation, which is beneficial, but it also could hurt you in this case because it's like, if I wanted to flip it to this other side, now I'm going to have my tight end running my jet sweep. So if you have a slower tight end, personnel-wise, it could hurt you. I mean, you could still, obviously pick up 10 yards and even more, depending on, if you're using a good team with a good tight end like a Penn State or a Michigan. But obviously, you want to go wide receiver if you're able to get that speed, but, personnel-wise, or formation-wise, you would never just do it against this look. It just doesn't make sense. But, of course, if you could flip it to the other side, then it could still work. It's a good red zone play. Against most formations, it's going to be successful. I mean, there, 10 yards, so you want to use it. Don't overuse it, though. It also kind of looks like the motion, so it's not necessarily a complete giveaway that you're doing it. Anyways, let's hop into some of these passing plays. Now, I think I'm going to start out with this PA stretch shot, because I think with this PA stretch shot, we have some cover 3 beater potential. Now, one way that we could do is smart out X, streak Y, corner B, block the running back, and then with A, we could drag him. He already is blocked. You can't block him if you put him on a route. You can only put him on a hitch, so him having on that stock block could be beneficial. Really, you just want to wait, throw that post right over the middle, and that is how it can work. It's not the greatest thing we've ever seen, but it is solid, it's decent, and it can get the job done. I mean, you can use other routes to try and take the user's attention away. A crosser is not a bad idea. Obviously, getting some time is the most important thing, and out of under center, it's kind of challenging doing so. So if you want to go with just the straight up look and, try and slide this defense to the right side, I don't know why I full slid to the right and then they still left the tight end in one-on-one blocking. That makes so much sense. I love this game. And there you see it again. So PA stretch shot, very solid for that, but it is also very good as a different style of play. It's going to be very good with this corner out, kind of stock with B. You could streak A, use that, and then with Y over here, I could just throw him on a drag. I could throw X on like a normal post so that he's not so far down the field that I can't do much with him. Now B is going to be a little bit more successful against cover 2. We could click on and do something like that, but you don't necessarily know what defense you're facing. X can be very solid there in the middle of the field. Really, you want to throw kind of quick hitters out of this under center formation. Can we catch the football? Other things that we can do is, of course, use the crossing route. So we could go with a streak, maybe a backside slant with a post over the top. You could hot route that post, or you could just leave him at the default. Wow, he's not going to bite at all. Maybe I throw B on the streak. I can't believe the outside third just sat there and played that. So maybe throw like A on a flat, and then boom. Oh my god, the sheds. Maybe cancel the play action, because sometimes when you have play action, things like that happen. But just a basic setup like this. You can hit the cross over the top like that. I mean, obviously we could throw like corners on the other side and do just simple stuff like corner, post. Obviously you can catch them off guard throwing it to this opposite side. Throw lots of drags, flats, like if we wanted to go flat corner, just a post here. We keep the tight end blocked. I cannot understand why our blocking is so god-awful at the moment, but let's hop into another play. Slot cross is decent. Now I like this wheel route. I like the wide receiver wheel route, and you can kind of use them down the field. And the dude, who is this guy on the right? He is the greatest pass rusher I've ever seen. Look at this guy. Does he ever? Now, trying to go back to my point of what we can do. X on a out route, you can actually use Y as like a seam route. So if I wanted to like just go with a basic concept, the wheel route's going to be open, and this other wheel route is going to be open. You can hit him in the seam right here. It's going to work against cover 2. Cover 2, it's actually probably going to work more towards the sidelines. Against cover 3, it works really more in the seam. So I like that play a lot. Again, X on a little out route. You could also go X on a hitch, which is just a good spacing concept. And your running back is going to be open out of the backfield. That route will get open against cover 2. It will also get open against cover 3, as seen here. So that is just a very solid concept, and I would really just, work off of that. Obviously, we could go, corner route concepts with maybe just an underneath drag. I like these little basic, simple route combinations, and they're mostly successful. Again, you run that wheel route a lot of times, it's going to really get the user going. If you're not getting open enough running it one way, you could obviously just hit these little drags, or you can switch up which route you have on which player, switch up the sides, but just be consistent. You can streak him. Maybe we flip it, like it's not getting open. You could just flip the play, run it like this, and then we can still get this wheel route open. Honestly, you'd have a little bit more space with it running to the wide side. So just some ideas there. Let's hop into our last play, which is going to be halfback wheel, where we can use some of those more corner routes. I'll show it against cover 2 just so we get a little bit of a different defense here. Immediately what I like doing is a little streak, corner concept. This play stock is just, solid. Dude, this is infuriating. I don't know where our right tackle is, but he is absolutely 80. There's no way. 89. Okay, I was gonna say there's no way he's an 83 overall just running around me. And there's the corner route. So you can use those corner routes. Other things that we can do is like, hey, maybe I still leave the corner route over. I go drag, I go streak. With a little crosser, I can just throw the flat out here. Just getting creative, I would just throw it there to the drag. If I can wait, I can hit the crosser. Other things we can do, little angle routes. So if I just wanted to run a setup like this, I could go corner route out here. A little drag, streak, backside angle routes. That's rather unfortunate. But really what you're trying to do here is get the user's attention by using the angle route, and you're really just trying to open up your other stuff. So I get the user's attention, and I can just hit the drag. Obviously, if he follows the drag, then you can hit the angle route. So just some ideas there. If you guys want to see this in a gameplay, let me know. If you did enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out of here.